Hi, my name's Holly and I'm a mixed media artist and printmaker from Hertfordshire in the UK. Today I'm going to go through some little things you can do with your mini circle gel plate. So this is my little mini one. It's about 10 centimetres across and we're going to be creating these little discs and I'll show you how to do that. And then when they're done, we can mount them onto cards to give as gifts or all sorts of different things. So I'll show you. So let's get started. So what you'll need for this little project is, I'm using two rollers, one for the dark colours and one for the lighter colours. You need a little mini gel plate. This is a gel press one. They come in a set of 3 with a triangle and a square. And then you'll need a little bit of foliage. So preferably the smaller the better, because it's quite tiny, this gel plate. So you want really detailed foliage. And then also, you can just do it with the foliage or you can do it with some stencils. So I've got these little stencils that I've made. They're just cut out of card packaging. I just draw onto the packaging and then make different shapes. And I'm going to use those on the gel plate today. The other thing you will need is an A4 sheet of paper. This is mixed media paper. What I'm doing is I'm folding it into 6 squares just so that I can use it on my gel plate more easily. And then I'm just going to cut it out into these little squares. So the first thing to do is use your paint. Well, I'm using Payne's Grey, but as long as you use a darker colour for this part, then that's fine. Really don't need very much paint. I always say this in all my videos, but you really don't. So I'm just going to use my darker roller and just roll it across the plate. You don't need to roll it too much. The more you roll it, the more it will start to take paint off the plate, and you don't want that. Okay, so then I'm going to place one of my little stencils onto the plate like this. And then I'm going to just arrange some different foliage around. Now, because it's quite warm today, I'm having to work quite quickly, otherwise it'll all dry too quick onto the plate. I mean, sometimes it creates an interesting effect, so don't worry too much if it does. So you need a bit of scrap paper just to kind of take the excess paint off at this stage. So that's what I'm doing here. And just press down and try and get in between all the bits of the plant. Try not to move the paper as it's going, as you're smoothing it down. Just keep a hand on each side as you smooth the other side down, just so that it doesn't start going all wonky. And just try and get in between the different parts of your image and make sure it's pulling as much paint off as possible. Okay, so when you've done that, just want to pull that off. Okay, and then pull all your foliage off. So hopefully if you've used like detailed foliage, it should leave a really interesting pattern behind on your plate. And to get your stencil off, if it's not overlapping the edges, you can just lift up the gel plate and you should be able to pull it off. So hopefully you can see there. Probably better if I had a cleaner piece of paper that I've got a pattern on my plate. So you just want that to dry onto your plate. And if you're impatient like me, you can use a heat gun or a hairdryer, just as long as it's not too warm and you don't leave it on one particular part of your plate for any long amount of time. And you can always check to make sure that it's definitely dried. Okay, so I'm going to use some lighter contrasting colours now. So I'm going to go with a little bit of this lilac. And I'm also going to go with this pale green colour. And I'm going to smooth it across the plate like this. Oh, you don't want that. Now, as you can probably see, I'm quite messy when I'm working, so I don't clean my rollers very often. I probably should. Just clean any excess paint off. So then the paper that we prepared earlier, you're just going to use that paper and put it on top of the plate. So you just want to push down really hard because you want it to make sure that it pulls everything back off the plate. So just smooth it down. The more you move your hand around, the more it kind of dries the paint. and makes it kind of stick to the plate. The warmth of your hand should make it dry out a little bit. You can check the corner to see if it's pulling everything. See a couple of bits that aren't pulling there, but generally that has pulled. You can see you've got a really interesting image there. Okay, so we'll leave that to one side. We'll try some different ones now, so you may want to just watch. So in this little short session today, I've managed to come out with 6 little cameo gel prints with different themes on them. Some are just foliage, some have got animals on, all in different colours. So the way that I'll probably use these is cut them up into little circles like I have these ones, and then mount them onto cards, and then I can give them to my friends. So you can have a card like this and you could just mount your image on there like that, and it's a perfect card. You could have happy birthday, or you could just leave it blank. I hope you have fun with this project. If you've liked this video today, please like, please subscribe, and if you've got any questions, please comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.